Have you ever felt like your energy is fading faster than it used to? You wake up, and your joints complain before you even make it to the bathroom. Your memory plays little tricks on you. Maybe your body feels stiff, your mind a bit foggy, and you've just chalked it up to getting older. Believe me, I get it. I've been there. But here's the thing: age doesn't have to mean decline. I'm 91 years old, I take no medications, and yes, I still drive myself wherever I need to go. I don't say that to brag. I say it because I want you to know that feeling better, stronger, sharper, more alive is possible. I'm living proof. This transformation didn't happen overnight. It took time and consistency. But the habits that got me here? They're not complicated. They don't require fancy gadgets, expensive programs, or hours in the gym. They're simple, daily routines that anyone can start, yes, even at 60, 70, or beyond. And that's the beauty of it. It's not about drastic changes but about small, manageable steps towards a healthier you. These habits are within your reach, and you can start them today. In this video, I'm going to share 5 of those habits. They've changed my body, sharpened my mind, and, quite honestly, transformed how I live my life. Whether you're looking to boost your energy, reduce your reliance on medications, or feel more in control of your aging process, stick with me. Let's start with the first habit, one that sounds small but works wonders. Every morning, before I do anything else, I drink a tall glass of water. Not coffee. Not tea. Just water, room temperature, nothing added. After sleeping all night, your body is slightly dehydrated. Your brain is about 75% water. And when you're dehydrated even just a little, it can leave you foggy, cranky, and sluggish. Before I started this habit, I used to wake up feeling groggy. I thought it was just age. But once I began this habit, just one glass of water before anything else, I noticed the difference within days. My mind felt clearer. I had fewer headaches. My digestion improved. It set the tone for the day, giving me the energy I needed to start my day. These habits have not only improved my health but also my overall quality of life, and I want the same for you. I'll often follow that with a second glass a bit later, maybe with lemon squeezed in, perhaps just plain. I don't count ounces or measure. I just pay attention. If my lips are dry, my urine is dark, or I feel a little off, I reach for water first. It's such a basic thing, but in our older years, we often forget how much our bodies still rely on it. Now, let's talk about movement, not exercise, per se, but gentle, daily movement. I'm not out running marathons. I don't lift heavy weights or join fitness boot camps. But I do move every single day. And I mean intentionally. My mornings usually include about 15 to 20 minutes of stretching and walking. Some days, it's just inside my house. Up and down the hallway, around the kitchen, maybe while I'm humming to an old tune. On other days, I'll walk around the block or take a stroll through the park if the weather is nice. If I can't go outside, I find ways to keep moving indoors. The key is to keep your joints limber and your blood flowing. When I was in my 60s, arthritis was creeping into my knees. My back would ache if I sat too long. I started moving more because I wanted to avoid surgery. To my surprise, not only did the pain ease up, but my posture improved. I stopped slouching. My balance got better. I haven't had a fall in decades. The benefits go beyond the physical. When I move, I feel more upbeat. I've read studies about how even a short walk can release feel-good chemicals in the brain. I didn't need science to tell me, it's something I feel. On days I skip my walk or get lazy, my mood drops. I get irritable. I feel old. So I don't let myself sit for too long. Even while watching TV, I get up during commercials and march in place. I'll stretch my arms, roll my shoulders, and do a few leg lifts while brushing my teeth. It's not about how much you do, it's about doing something every day, without fail. Now, I can already hear someone saying, "But I have bad knees. I can't walk like that." And I listen to you. I do. However, movement doesn't have to mean miles or high impact. It could be seated exercises. Stretching your arms and moving your feet in circles while sitting. Any movement counts, and the goal is to keep the body engaged so it doesn't stiffen up like an old barn door. The key is to find what works for you and incorporate it into your daily routine. These habits are adaptable to your circumstances, and you can make them work for you. The third habit is something I consider sacred, and no, it's not a secret superfood or a fancy supplement. It's quiet time, stillness. Every day, I spend at least 10 minutes sitting in silence. No phone, no TV, no talking, just me and the silence. It's a time for me to recharge, to find peace amidst the chaos of life. You might think that sounds boring. However, in a world that's always buzzing and constantly bombarded with noise, this simple pause can be potent. It gives your mind a chance to breathe, lowers stress, and helps you listen to what your body is saying. I usually sit by the window with a warm cup of herbal tea. I watch the trees and listen to the birds. Some days, I reflect on a memory. On other days, I breathe. I don't force my mind to be blank, I just let it wander gently. When I started this habit, I noticed I stopped feeling overwhelmed. I became more patient, not just with others but with myself. My sleep improved, too. My blood pressure, which used to rise in my 70s, has leveled out. I no longer take any medications for it, and I credit this small ritual as part of the reason. It also taught me something important: you don't always have to be busy to be healthy. Sometimes, rest is just as powerful as activity. Our nervous system benefits from moments of calm, especially as we age. If you're constantly filling your time with noise or distractions, try carving out just a few minutes a day to be still. Find a cozy chair, step outside to feel the sun, or even just close your eyes in bed. Give your mind a break. You'll be amazed at how something so simple can make such a big difference. Now that we've discussed hydration, movement, and finding stillness, let's continue this journey with a habit that might surprise you. Many people overlook this habit, yet it's one of the most powerful tools I've used to stay sharp, happy, and independent, learning something new every single day. Now, I'm not talking about enrolling in college or trying to master a new language overnight, though if that excites you, go for it. I'm referring to the small daily challenges that stimulate your brain. Something that makes your mind stretch, even just a little. Some days, I read a few pages of a book I've never read before. On other days, I'll try to memorize a poem or practice a few phrases in Spanish or Italian, just for the fun of it. It doesn't have to be big to be meaningful. The goal is to keep your brain active and curious. The mind is a muscle, and just like our legs get stiff if we sit too long, our brains get dull if we stop using them. When I was in my 70s, I started playing word games, crossword puzzles, word scrambles, trivia, to keep myself entertained. At first, it was just to pass the time. But I quickly realized something strange: my memory improved. I found myself recalling names and phone numbers more easily. I'd wake up feeling mentally alert, not as if I were emerging from a fog. Now, I do something for my brain every day, even if it's just watching a documentary on a subject I know nothing about. The other day, I watched one about coral reefs, something I never thought I'd care about. But I learned something new, and that little spark of discovery kept me energized for the rest of the day. It's about staying engaged with life. When we stop learning, we begin to fade. You don't have to be fast. You don't have to be perfect. You have to be willing. And it's never too late. Whether you're 60, 75, or 91 like me, your mind is still hungry for growth if you give it the chance. And speaking of energy and growth, let's talk about food. It's not a diet, nor a strict plan, it's a habit I've developed over the years that has changed how I feel from the inside out. I eat with intention, not restriction. I pay attention to how food makes me feel before, during, and after I eat it. What I've noticed is that the simpler and more natural the food, the better my body responds. I didn't always eat this way. I used to love a good plate of fried food or sugary snacks. And occasionally, I still enjoy them. But what I've learned over time is that my body feels lighter, more transparent, and stronger when I fuel it with real, wholesome food. Most mornings, I start with something simple, such as warm oats with berries or scrambled eggs with spinach. Lunch is typically a hearty soup or salad, often accompanied by beans or fish. Dinner? Something warm, comforting, and balanced. Perhaps roasted vegetables with brown rice and a bit of chicken. I don't count calories. I listen to my body. I eat when I'm hungry. I stop when I'm full. The real key is consistency. I don't skip meals, I don't eat too late at night, and I avoid processed food as much as I can, not because I'm following a rulebook, but because I know how sluggish and foggy I feel afterward. And let me tell you, the difference in energy is unbelievable. I used to get tired in the afternoons, needing a nap or just collapsing on the couch. Now, I stay steady through the day. My digestion is smooth, my skin looks better, and my joints feel less inflamed. Food is medicine when you treat it that way. It doesn't have to be bland. I still enjoy every bite, but I've trained myself to love the things that love me back. Fresh fruit, leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, those are my friends now. And the funny thing is, once you start feeling good, you don't want to go back. You'll crave the things that energize you, not drain you. There's something deeply empowering about knowing you're in control of how your body feels, simply by the choices you make 3 times a day, no prescriptions, no pills, just nourishment. And that brings me to another habit I cherish, one that's not often discussed but has made a tremendous difference in how I age: meaningful connections. Now, I don't mean being busy with 100 people. I'm not talking about going to every event or filling your day with chatter. I mean having at least one genuine connection, a moment, a conversation, a laugh, with someone who sees you. Someone you trust. Someone you can be real with. Some days, I call my neighbor, and we talk about the weather, our aches and pains, and what we're grateful for. Other days, I write a letter to my granddaughter, even if she won't see it right away. Sometimes, it's as simple as talking to the cashier at the grocery store and listening when they say, "How's your day going?" That small moment of connection nourishes the heart. We are wired for it, and as we age, it becomes even more critical. Isolation, honest or emotional, can chip away at your joy. I've seen people decline fast when they stop engaging with others. Their light dims. Their spirit weakens. I make it a point to connect daily, not in a forced way but with warmth and sincerity. When you give love or kindness, you receive it tenfold. That energy feeds your body and soul more than most people realize. So, my friend, wherever you're watching this, whether you're surrounded by family or living alone, reach out. Speak. Listen. Laugh. Share a memory. Let someone know they matter, because they do. And so do you. When I combine all of these habits: hydration, movement, quiet time, daily learning, intentional eating, and genuine connection, it's not just about avoiding medications or staying on the road at 91. It's about living with vitality, feeling alive, and being present in your skin. And we're not done yet. The last habit, and in many ways, the one that ties everything else together: having a purpose. Now I know that purpose can sound like a big word. When I was younger, I thought it had to mean a career, raising kids, or building something huge. And those were beautiful chapters, I must say. But as the years passed and those roles shifted, I started asking myself, what now? And for a while, I wasn't sure how to answer. That's when I discovered something unexpected. Your purpose doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to change the world. It gives you a reason to get up in the morning with a sense of meaning. That's it. For me, it started with a garden, just a few pots in the backyard. I'd check on them every day, water them, and talk to them even. Watching something grow because of my care gave me a quiet joy I hadn't felt in years. Then came writing, nothing fancy, just little stories and memories I'd jot down in a notebook. Before I knew it, those tiny acts gave structure to my day, warmth to my spirit, and a reason to keep going strong. You might find your purpose in helping others, sharing wisdom, volunteering, painting, fixing things, or just being present for someone who needs you. Purpose can be small and still be mighty. It lives in the everyday choices we make, in the joy we bring to others, and in the hope we keep alive in ourselves. There were days I didn't feel like doing much at all. I'd sit in my chair and feel the weight of age creeping in, the stiffness in my back, slower thinking, a whisper of loneliness. And I'd remind myself, get up. Move. Breathe. Water the flowers. Call someone. Do something kind. That gentle push became a habit, and that habit became a way of life. Having a purpose, even a little one, adds fuel to your fire. It tells your body, we're still needed here. It tells your mind, you still have something to offer. And it tells your soul, there's still beauty ahead. So, if you've been wondering whether you've missed your chance to feel strong, healthy, and full of life again, you haven't. I'm 91. I take no medications. I drive my car. And I feel more alive today than I did 30 years ago. That's not because I've found some magic potion or secret fountain of youth. It's because I've committed to 5 simple habits every single day. I drink water before anything else. I move my body, even if it's slow. I give my mind something new to learn. I eat foods that make me feel light and precise. I connect with others sincerely. Above all, I live with purpose. I'm not perfect. I have days when I don't feel great. But the difference now is, I know how to bring myself back. I know what my body and mind need. And I want that for you, too. You are not too old to change. You are not too late to feel better. Whether you're 60, 70, or 90, these little shifts, done with love and consistency, can reshape your health and your happiness. You don't need to do it all at once. Start with one thing. Just one. Maybe it's a glass of water in the morning. Perhaps it's walking to the mailbox and back. Maybe it's calling a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Whatever it is, let it be your beginning. I know change can feel overwhelming. But here's what I've learned, small changes, done daily, become powerful. You don't need to chase youth, you just need to nurture the life you have right now. If this video spoke to you, if something in your heart said, yes, I want that too, then I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments, tell me one habit you're going to start with or one you already do that helps you feel alive. I read every message, and I promise you your story matters. If you found this helpful, please like the video. It will help others, perhaps someone who is struggling right now, find this message as well. And if you'd like more simple, heartfelt advice on living well after 60, please subscribe. We're building a beautiful community here, and you're warmly invited to be part of it. Here's to your health. Here's to strength in your steps, joy in your heart, and clarity in your mind. No matter your age, your best days can still be ahead. You have so much life left to live. And it's never, ever too late to begin again. So take that first small step today. I'll be cheering you on every step of the way.